grow, still can't stop it.
What is up? I am Crypto Mason, and welcome back to the Crypto Mason YouTube channel. Shout out to the Gold Squad. We look for gold in every single aspect of our lives, and we always find it. Now today, we actually have a project review video. Today we're going to be zooming in on one upcoming gem. It's a fast-growing project, fast-growing ecosystem. It's in the top 200 on CoinMarketCap already. And this project is called Everscale. So we're going to be diving into this, doing a little bit of a deep dive. Before we get started, make sure you drop a like and comment on this video. If we get to 500 likes, I will be giving away 100 XRP on this channel in the next video. And you guys know that I do not promote projects that I don't personally think have potential or believe in. And this is a sponsored video by Everscale. However, you guys know I do not promote projects that I don't believe in. So a little bit later into the video, we're going to talk about like the chart of Everscale, because it is actually, you know, pumping like crazy, or has been these past couple days. And we're going to talk about where to get it nearing the end of this video. But first, I would like to dive into what actually is Everscale. Okay, now by the name you can tell, you know, Everscale. This is a project all about scalability and focused on scalability. They have an infinite sharding mechanism that they use to do over 100,000 TPS. So this is a scalable smart contract-based platform, and they can do over 100,000 TPS. People always look at that TPS number as one of like the main factors on whether you should buy a project or not. And currently, by the way, at the time of this video, I hold 0 Everscale in my wallet, but I am considering buying some after I've done all this research, and you guys will see this research that I've done inside of this video. So they use sharding, dynamic multi-threading, and they have low gas costs, 100,000 TPS. They aim to be the backbone for high-load applications with real use cases, as well as to be a hub connecting all popular blockchains together. So playing into that scalable blockchain narrative and playing into that interoperability narrative. Now, let's keep going here. They do have their roadmap there as well. But one of the big things here, and by the way, you can check out their light paper and white paper. Both are available here. The light paper is 16 pages long and more, you know, beginner type speak and graphics, whereas the white paper is like, you know, all the math and all this crazy stuff, right? And it's 50 pages. So if you'd like to deep dive into the white paper of this, you can do that. But in this video, you'll get a general overview of what the project is. So mainly it is, you know, a scalability focused project, your solution on the most scalable blockchain network. One of the things I love about their website is that it does immediately want you to build. It doesn't care about the Everscale token, right? Which they do have right here, Ever. It's up 8% right now. But right away, they're talking about build, explore the documents, right? And they're flexing the actual technology. They do have the token here, but then their bridge and their swap platform, which we will go over a little bit more. Then they highlight their ecosystem, which we will also be going over some of the stuff in that. And then, you know, the website goes on to show their validators. They have 190 plus validators, their community, and their developers. So as you can see, though, they're mainly focused on the scalability aspect of this, and they do have a growing ecosystem, right? And we will get into that in a second here. So one of the first things, though, they've been in the news recently. January 31, Venom Ventures fund commits $5 million in strategic investment in the Everscale blockchain. So $5 million, you might be looking at that like, you know, some of these projects get mega funding of like 20, 50, 100 million. But the thing here is that Venom Ventures is also providing strategic advice and help to expand Everscale's you know, their developer numbers, increase their numbers overall, and land them connections. So Venom Ventures, though, is an Abu Dhabi-based investment fund manager, and they're in this strategic partnership with Everscale. So we can see, though, if we go into this a little bit deeper, who is Venom Ventures? Because, you know, when I saw this, I'm like, well, who is Venom Ventures? I've actually never heard of them. And they launched a couple weeks ago only. So at the start of January, Venom Ventures as a fund launched. So they're a pretty new fund that I've never heard of course. And then them and Iceberg Capital have launched $1 billion in a venture fund to invest in Web3. So they have $1 billion ready to go, right? And there's no like rules against them providing more money and funding to Everscale in the future. So, Everscale essentially has access to a potential $1 billion in funding there. But right off the bat, they got $5 million in funding from Venom Ventures. I did dive a little bit deeper into this on their Crunchbase, and we can see that they've done 3 investments already, and they've only been out for 3 weeks, right? So there are 3 investments on October 1 of 2020. I think maybe this is carried over from what they previously were or something, but they did have a pre-seed round entry as a lead investor for $8 million on EX Sports on October 1 of 2020. So the 2 most recent ones, though, are Numi, which I haven't looked into, but you can see right here on Crunchbase, it says Numi is an online entertainment ecosystem for user-generated content. So that could be big. Look into that. Venom is also in there. Numi did a seed round of $20 million, okay? And Everscale did a seed round for $5 million with 1 investor, and that's Venom Ventures for $5 million. And if we go to Everscale here, we can see they only do have 1 investor, being Venom Ventures. They're based in Geneva, Switzerland, which I absolutely love. We know Switzerland is where all the important stuff goes down with crypto. Switzerland, where else? What is it called? Gibraltar as well. Gibraltar's a hub to watch out for. Singapore is a hub to watch out for. So Venom Ventures, they look pretty good. They are also in charge of the Venom Foundation, which is building the Venom blockchain. So I'm like, okay, this is a whole other project, and we can scroll on Venom Foundation, and Venom Foundation is actually joining forces with Everscale, right? So this might be part of that strategic edge that Everscale gets with the $5 million is collaboration with Venom Foundation. Now, this is actually followed by Everscale, of course, and then 2 other people that I follow. This is a pretty stealthy project. I've actually never heard of it. It looks like they're going for CBDCs and Web3 projects, but that is the partnership that Everscale has with Venom Ventures. I think, that adds confidence to the project overall. So let's do a little community breakdown on Everscale. They have 30,000 Twitter followers at the time of recording this. If we click on who of my followers, or who do I follow that follows them, it looks absolutely amazing. This is one of my main metrics for judging if a project is a gem or is worthy, of me talking about it, is who actually of my people that I respect follow it. So we have a lot here, right? We got Mario, Blockchain Media, Satoshi Owl, Trade the Chain, Green Pill, Virtual Bacon, Eunice D. Wong, some big exchanges, Cointelegraph, BitBoy, right? So some big players actually are also aware of Everscale. They just gained 100 followers right there, 30, or I guess they ticked over. So they're at 30,108. Their Telegram has 11,000, and one thing I always look for is, are these numbers real, right? Are they botting followers, or are these numbers real? And their Telegram, some of these real shit coins usually have 50,000, 70,000 in their Telegram. Yeah, right, you got that. But Everscale looks to be very pure on their Telegram numbers. 11,000 makes sense for the breadth and the bigness of the project at the current time. 30,000 on Twitter. They do have a big YouTube as well, 3,000 subscribers, which is decent for an upcoming project. And they do have a ton of content on here, right? Been making content on there for 11 months. And if you wanted to deep dive into this more, I bet there's amazing videos on here. I did see one, which I want to watch actually later, which is Everscale and Elrond, and it goes over a comparison of their different sharding models. Their most popular video on here is the how to buy Ever and create your own wallet, right? Because of course everyone wants to buy it, and because there's a token attached to it. So let's keep going. Let's dive into their ecosystem here. And we're going to cover, their swap platform and their bridge platform. And then we will talk about what exchanges is this on. I'm going to look at the chart and tell you a little bit more about the supply and all of the actual token focused stuff. But I encourage you, when you're doing research on a project, don't just look at the token, right? I know we all want to make money on the token and blah, 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 which, by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to go buy this. I don't even currently hold this at the time of recording. I am contemplating buying some. I do have an Ever wallet, my own Ever wallet, which I would, buy with. So, which we're also going to cover the Ever wallet here. But this is their ecosystem page right here. So they're mainly highlighting their bridge platform and their swap platform. But if we go down, they have 78 total things, dApps, built on their platform. Okay, and I have checked out a little bit of these, but there's a lot of them, right? 78 is decent. 78 is decent for an upcoming project right here. They have chess. It looks like Everstake, Everstart. The name is just, I love the name Everscale because it opens, so many potential names for dApps, like Everboard, right? You can see Evercraft. They're all playing off that. Everdues, right? And, let's just pick one of these at random that I have not actually looked at yet. Let's check Galaxy Online. Okay, this says it's GameFi, and let's see what they're actually doing. Okay, so this is a random test. I have not looked at this before. GalaxyOnline.io. Galaxy Online is a online space strategy game with a huge metaverse. So, right off the bat, I can't tell for sure that they're building on Everscale, but why would they list them on their ecosystem if they're not? I can't find it though. I can't find if they're actually on Everscale or not. But with more research, I would be able to tell. But you guys can go and check out some of their ecosystem stuff. We're going to highlight two right here. If you're also a developer who wants to explore into a new chain, you can actually get grants. They're giving out grants for upcoming projects on their blockchain. They've given out grants to all of these. Everdues, let's check this one out a little bit. Everdues, that sounds like maybe a debt platform. Okay, subscriptions platform. Build subscriptions business with blockchain technology. Register at the Everdues subscription marketplace. Embed a widget. So very professional platforms. Obviously, these people got a grant from them, so they did have some funding. But they are giving out some grants. Let's move on to the Ever wallet first. So it is actually a Chrome extension, which you can install in your browser. I actually have mine installed in my browser up there. I'm not going to click it because it might reveal some stuff I don't want to reveal, like a key or something. However, this is the Ever wallet. Very, very clean, super dope Google Chrome extension already. It looks like there's also an app when you can scan the QR code to get the app. Extremely cool, powerful wallet on the Everscale blockchain. Now, let's get into FlatQube.io, which is their main DEX and swap platform. Currently, $13 million TVL of assets, 76 token pairs, 15 plus farming pools, 700K in 24-hour volume. Pretty good, pretty good. Considering they are the only one, that's probably why that volume is doing very good right there. 94% is the highest APR you can earn on here. And they're the top of the top. They are the only one, the only DEX on Everscale. And let me turn off my camera a little bit here so you can see that. FlatQube is the only one. They're up 38% in 7 days. They actually have a token as well. I would not recommend, this is definitely a more risky play to bet on the DEX of a network, right? Because new DEXs can come out and stuff, but they only have $13,000 of volume on that token. But FlatQube is right here. We're going to enter the app. If we click enter app, we will go in there. It's going to connect to your Everscale wallet. And then you will see all of the tokens you can swap on here. Now, some of these, I believe, are built on Everscale, and you can actually swap right here. So a basic swap system, you got your slippage tolerance, right? Optimal price, all of that stuff. If we go to their pools, this is for your the pools that you're in. I'm not in any pools right now. You can go to the tokens and see all of the tokens that are available on here. You can go to the pairs as well, and then the farming. So they have old farming and new farming and boost calculator. I prefer new farming right here. We can see here's all their pools. So how much money is actually floating around these pools? The first page has, $250,000 up to 2.1 million. With these type of smaller ecosystem pools or like smaller project pools, I would definitely bet on the one with the most TVL or the safest one that you can find. This is 93.77% APR, 31% APR minimum. And you are rewarded in cube tokens, right? So you have to stake wrapped Everscale token for cube. So you're farming those. If you click on it, right, you'll see your farming performance, and you'll see the farming pool statistics, and everything. And like you can get your LP tokens. So basic farming, I do have other tutorials on how to farm in DeFi. But let's move on to the final ecosystem thing we're going to cover, and then we'll cover a little bit about price. This is the Octus Bridge. So this is the bridge platform that they're promoting. It has a dedicated thing on their website and stuff. $200 million of value transferred over this. They do have 27 relayers, infinite assets, 7 blockchains. If you click on enter app, we will go into their bridge platform. It's going to try open my Phantom wallet for Solana. But, they have Everscale, Ethereum, BNB, Phantom, Polygon, Avalanche, Milkomeda, and Solana. So you can bridge assets over there. They have staking as well. If you connect your wallet right there, governance, they do have the DAO, the Ever DAO that's in effect. We're not going to cover that too much. But this is their bridge platform that they have. Same thing. They have a token for it as well. Very risky to go into a token that's as small as this, right? 26,000 24-hour volume only. However, if you like Everscale and do research and you think the ecosystem's going to blow up, I mean, some of these dApps, dude, if we go to DeFi Llama, just to show you, and we go to like Ethereum on here. So let's go to Ethereum, right? And we go and we see, the top, here's some of the top DEXs on here. Curve DAO, right? Their token is massive. If we go to CRV, 800 million market cap, right? Pumping right now, 200 million of volume in 24 hours. So if Everscale ends up blowing up huge, I mean, these are the 1000x gems that you can be a degen and get into if you would like. Obviously, I do not advise getting into tokens as small as this. Instead, if you want to bet on Everscale, I would bet with the Ever token. So that is the bridge. Let's talk about the current Everscale setup and how it's set up. I believe there was 5 billion tokens minted at the beginning. Currently, the circulating supply is 1.7 billion. It's up 10%. We have big volume, 6 million. Majority of that being through centralized exchanges. The chart from launch does look pretty, downward. However, we did have a mega pump just this week, all the way up to 28 cents, right? And that's even above the launch price or where the data starts on here, right? And I'm assuming that big green candle is a launch candle. And then we went down from there, but now we have pumped back up. And obviously, those gains are not sustainable because as you can see, if we measure it with the ruler, right? We take the ruler, 400%. 400 freaking percent in a day, 2 days, right? So obviously we came back down off that, or that's actually a wick. So we can measure it to here, 180, 187. So if you caught the wick, congratulations to you. But where do I think this is going? I feel like it's too early to really do charting on this. We're gonna have to see where we end up after this pump comes back down, and then maybe I'll catch a dip and buy in. So that is all we've got for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this project review. Once again, thank you to Everscale for sponsoring. I love every single one of you. Make sure you drop a like and comment, and goodbye.